Ho, ho, ho! Internazionale can lead the charge with a bit of a gap at the top of Serie A table as AC Milan fluff their lines. We'll take a look at what's going on over in Italy next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today before the match day number 19 over in Serie A, and we'll get to it in just one second. Where you been? Smash your subscribe and get your bag of all things Serie A related, Club related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski. Of course, we're entering the final game of the first half of the season. And of course, the final game before we head into the international break. As of course, we have a we've just had a busy period over in Italy. And we're going to see who is in command in the Prediction League in a minute. Of course, we'll take a look at that, all of it. Of course, in a second, big shout out to my VRPs. They are the Patreons, boys. Thank you for your love. And of course, heading into the Christmas period, here we go. Check a look then. Sure, of course, the games that took place this past weekend. Some big results, including Fiorentina picking up a 2-2 draw against Sassuolo. I went the 2-1 win myself. Milan, that's AC, lost to Napoli. Of course, big win for them, moving back in the second of the table. Atalanta got beat by Mourinho's boys at long last. 4-1 win for them. I went the other way, though, myself. Cagliari picked up a 4-0 loss against Udinese. Bologna also lost to Juventus. I call that one bang on the schnoski. Torino, a 1-0 win over Verona. Lazio became a 3-1 win over Genoa. Of course, Sampdoria and Venezia couldn't be separated with a 1-1 draw. And Spezia, same deal against Empoli. And of course, bottom there, 5-0 demolition. Internazionale look the real deal right now. Of course, could we make it back-to-back titles for them as they open up a 4-point lead. As you can see right here, right now, of course, Internazionale just one defeat so far them this season. Of course, Napoli are now 4 points off, as are AC Milan. Atalanta took a bit of a dent against Mourinho's boys. Can he actually squeak into the top 4 this season? I hope so. Salernitana, Cagliari, Genoa going down. Torino having a good season in 10th. Sampdoria doing miff down into 15th. Juventus still nowhere near. Let's take a look at the prediction league then, shall we, of course? Who did well? Well, actually, Bianca did well. Well done to you, indeed. Tremendous result. Take a bloody bow. Max Sangani shaded on another game. Barcelona East were right on your heels, but unfortunately couldn't be caught. So well done to you. What about the overall grand scheme of things then, shall we take a look at it? Take a bloody bow. Deep at the great 100. He breaks the 100 point heading into the back end of the first half of the campaign. Of course, we're going to look forward to the next half of the campaign as well. Who else is doing better? Vincent Hong as well is up there in the second spot. Nadekam as well. Very tight at the top of the table. Then, of course, a whole host of years breathing down their necks. Of course, if you want to get involved, it is free to enter Calcio Serie A. It's all good, a bit of fun, of course, and also a good great way to support the channel. Another way to support the channel is also check out the sexy merch we've got on display. I'll tell you a minute more about that right here, right now. Before we get going, of course, I want to showcase this amazing hoodie jumper here. Of course, it is our big bad boy, Broton Diaz, of Blackburn Rovers and La Rocca fame. Of course, he is ripping up in the Championship these days. And, of course, he could actually kick on to either the Premier League or maybe even La Liga next season. Now, of course, we do have these shirts that are available. They, of course, they do support the channel. And, of course, they also support local artist Ben Hayward, who did design this amazing bit of artwork. So if you want to get involved and help the channel in another way, and, of course, support a local artist, this is a great place to start. There will be a link to this hoodie in the old description down below. You can get it in, of course, Blackburn Rovers white or blue, and also in, of course, Viva La Rocca red here. I have actually sold a couple of these bad boys, so a big shout out to the guys that did purchase this. And again, if you think this is a bit too much for yourself or for your other half or for a member of your family, you could also explore a big bad boy Broton Diaz mug. It is out there as well for a little bit less money there, but of course it also supports the channel in another way. So please make sure you check it all out. It does wonders for the channel, and of course it gets the Diaz face out there. It also gets my little face out there. But anyway, let's kick it on with, of course, the next round of picture predictions. Of course, let's kick off forward then, of course, to match number 19. So here we go, kicking it all off with Mourinho's boys over in my boys, of course, over in Roma now. Of course, now these two sides have played each other, according to my eyes, around about 50 times since 1993. 24 wins for Roma, 13 wins for Sampdoria, and 13 draws. Of course, Roma winning 4 in the last 6, 6% form against Sampdoria side, who are unbeaten in the last 3, 58% form for them right now. Of course, that's around in Roma, also won a win for Roma. Of course, back in January 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Roma beat Sampdoria back in 2019 in Sampdoria. Meanwhile, Roma picking up a 4 win over Atalanta. Of course, Sampdoria picking up a draw against Venezia on this one. 7-4 on Roma on this one, 23 is draw, 92 is your way when that's Sampdoria. I like Sampdoria, they're my team, but I want Mourinho to win this one, 2 to win for them, to get himself back in the hunt. That's what Sampdoria's season is already pretty much over. Genoa taking on, who are you? Atalanta, that's right, of course, having to bounce back. Played each other 34 times in 93, 10 wins for Genoa, 15 wins for Atalanta, and 9 draws. Just 1 win and 6 though for Genoa, 25% form up against the Atalanta side, who have just won once in the last 3. However, those last 34 games, I'll tell you, 15 wins for Atalanta, 10 wins for Genoa, 9 draws. I'm not sure if I covered that, but anyway, of course, that's around. In Genoa was a 4-3 win for Atalanta, 7-goal thriller back in May 2021. We'll like that, wouldn't we? We like a bit of that. Meanwhile, Lazio coming into beating Genoa last round, of course, back on the 17th. Meanwhile, Roma beating Atalanta last round on the 18th. Look at the odds on this one. 11-2 is your hosts, 5-2 on Atalanta, and 17-4 is your draw. Bounce back ability, Atalanta 2-1 win for them, as Shevchenko's boys look like Empoli will take on, of course, who are you? AC Milan, that's right. Of course, playing each other for the 23rd time. The previous 22, 3 wins to Empoli, 12 wins to AC, and 7 draws. Empoli unbeaten the last 6, picking up 4 wins in the past 6 games, 83% form up against the AC Milan side, who just won twice in the last 6, 42% form for them right now. Of course, last round in Empoli was a 1-1 draw back in September 2018. Empoli did draw with Spezia last round. Of course, Milan did lose to Napoli. Look at the odds on this one. 7-2 is your hosts, 4-3 on is your AC, 20-10 is your draw. Going to go with a 2-0 win for AC Milan on this one. You might already know, but Venezia, they're going to be taking on Lazio, of course, over in Venezia. Now, these two sides have played each other 6 times since 1980. Wins for Venezia, 3 for Lazio, and 1 draw. Of course, Venezia unbeaten the last 3 games, 33% form up against the Lazio side. Just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 50% form for them right now. Of course, that's around in Venezia with a 0-0 draw. That's back in October 2001. It's been over 20 odd years since they played each other in Venezia. Of course, last round, Venezia picked up a draw against Sampdoria. Lazio did beat Genoa 3-1 last round. Look at the odds. 7-2 is your host. 4-3 on is your Lazio. 20-10 is your draw. I'm going to go with Lazio here. 2-1 win to win them to beat them for the first time in 20 odd years. Meanwhile, Verona taking on Fiorentina. Of course, this coming week before Christmas shutdown. I'm trying to find it. I'm blind. There it is, of course. Take place on the 22nd. That is a Wednesday. These two sides played 25 times since 1966 for Verona, 14 wins for Fiorentina, and 5 George. Just 1 minute 6 for Verona at the moment, 25% form up against Venezia, a Fiorentina side who are unbeaten the last 5, picking up 4 wins and a draw to boot 75% form. Last round over in Verona was 2-1 win for Fiorentina. Back in April 2021. Of course, Verona did lose to Torino. So around Fiorentina picked up 2-2 draw against Sassuolo. Look at the odds on this one. Then, shall we? What do we have on this? We have 90-10 is your Verona, 7-5 is your Waving. That's 40 Fiorentina, and 12-5 is yours. It's quite tight, this one. 1-1 draw myself. Same with the bookies. Cannot separate the two sides. Internazionale taking on Torino, of course, over at the Giuseppe Meazza. Of course, played 36 times in 93, 21 wins for Internazionale, 5 wins for Torino, 10 draws. Just 1 defeat past 6 games for Internazionale, 83% form. Against the Torino side, just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 50% form for them right now. Of course, last round over in Internazionale was a 4-2 win for Milan. Internazionale back in November 2020. Inter picked up 4 wins in the bounce against Torino. Of course, Torino did beat Verona. Inter picked up a 5-0 win over Salernitana. The odds on this one, though, Internazionale 10-3 on for the Ricci, 91 is your long shots, Torino, and 92 is your draw. Going to go with a 2-0 win for the hosts on this one. Juventus, they would take it on, of course, Cagliari over in Turin. Now, these two sides have played each other 43 times in 93, 28 wins for Juventus, 5 wins for Cagliari, and 10 draws. Juventus just 1 defeat by 6 games for them, 75% form for them right now. Up against Cagliari's side, 42% form for them right now. Meanwhile, of course, last round over in Turin was a 2-0 win for Juventus. That was back in November 2020. Of course, Juventus picking up a 2-0 win over Bologna. Of course, Cagliari did lose to Udinese. Let's have a look at the odds on this one then, shall we? We have 11-2 on is your Juventus, 11-2 is your draw, and 60-1 is your long shots Cagliari on this. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Juve on this one. Kicking on forward, we have Sassuolo up against Bologna. Let's get into this one now on Wednesday. Now, these two sides played 17 times, 2008, 7 wins for Sassuolo, 6 wins for Bologna, 4 draws. Sassuolo unbeaten the last 6, 67% form for them right now. Picked up 4 draws, though. Even Bologna coming into this 33% form and just winning 2 out of the last 6. Last time out, Sassuolo was a draw back in February 2021. Sassuolo unbeaten against Bologna the last 4 occasions. Picked up 3 wins and a draw as well. Sassuolo did, what did they do last time around? They picked up 2 draws against Fiorentina. Of course, Bologna picked up a loss against Juventus. Look at the odds on this one. 21-20 is your hosts. 30-5 is your draw. 5-2 is your way win. That is, of course, Bologna on this one. 1-0 win for Sassuolo for me on this. Napoli, they're going to be taking on Spezia. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Now, these two sides played 6 times, 2006. 5 was a Napoli, 1 for Spezia. 0 draws. Of course, Napoli winning 2, losing 2 the last 4. 58% form for them right now. Up against the Spezia side, who haven't won the last 7 games. Of course, picking up 4 defeats the last 6. Meanwhile, last round, Napoli was a 4-2 win for Napoli. That was back in January 2021 in the Coppa Italia quarterfinals. That's the pleasure, though. In the league, it was a 2-1 win for Spezia over in Napoli. That's right, of course, back in January 2021. Of course, Napoli picking up a 1-0 win over Milan. Of course, Spezia picking up a draw against Empoli. Look at the odds on this one. 4-1 on is Napoli. They are your red hot favourites, 5-1 is short, and even 11-1 is your long shots. That's Spezia. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Napoli on this one to take it to the house. And of course, finally, we wrap it all up with Udinese. They were doing on Salernitana. That's actually on Tuesday, the 21st of December. Of course, played 2 times in 98. 2 wins to Udinese, nothing for Salernitana. No draws as well. Just 1 defeat the past 6 though for Udinese. 58% form up against the Salernitana, who have lost the last 5. 8% form for them right now. Of course, last time around over in Udinese, it was a 3-0 win for Udinese. That was back in September 1998. Wow, meanwhile, Udinese picking up a 4-0 win over Cagliari. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. I guess Salernitana side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games without scoring a goal. A bit of a shit show for them right now. Of course, 5-2 on is your Udinese, 54 is your 30-2 is your long shot. Salernitana are toast. They're going to score here though. 2-1 win for them for Udinese. They're taking the house. That is my picks, boys. Heading into the winter break over in Italy. Calcio Serie A, getting amongst it, of course, and we'll be back, of course, in the new year, I think, for Italy. But until then, dudes, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. Also check out the links to the merch if you want to support in a way. But that, my boys, is it. Until then, guys, have a good Christmas. I'll see you soon, and come on, support the Rovers if you can. Until then, guys, we are out.